Okay, about to leave my Rio room, not in the next like 2 minutes or anything, but within the hour. It is early, it's not even 8 a.m. It is Friday, May 5th. Happy Cinco de Mayo, everybody. New challenge. I'm gonna try to play 30 hours in 2 days. Last year, I met Rocky at Caesars Palace, always betting the overs in the USC games. This was right after the 100 hours challenge and the 250 hours challenge, and he suggested another hours challenge, but a ton of hours, small number of days. I'm doing that now, 30 hours in 2 days. Didn't really think of doing this until like 2 hours ago, but I'm on a weird schedule, I'm wide awake, and it's early, so weekends actually aren't my favorite time to play, but a lot of games, a lot of energy on the strip, so I think I could pull it off. My first stop today, because Aria doesn't have a 1-3 going right now, will probably be MGM. 2 games going. I'll let you know when I get there. Some stories along the way, a lot of poker results at the end of the 30 days, all that coming up. Almost at MGM. There's the parking garage. Waiting to turn left, 9:05 a.m. I'll see you in there. 9:14, and I'm filming right here in MGM because at this craps table behind me in that direction, Allen Iverson was there playing roulette. It's a roulette table. About a week ago, Allen Iverson was playing roulette over there. So I'm in MGM, and 2 reasons to get some MGM hours in this weekend. One is that if I get 9 in before Sunday ends, I'm like a candidate for a promotion. I won't go into all the details, but that's what it is. There's the poker room behind me. Second reason, if I play 10 hours before May 10th, I qualify for a tournament. If I play 30 more hours before the 10th, I get more chips to play in that tournament, and I get more cash just for entering the tournament. So reasons to play MGM, I'll keep you updated on all that. I'm gonna go get some hours in. Finished playing MGM, it was like an hour 45 minutes, pretty weak, but they had games going at least 8 lunch at Raising Cane's, and now I am going up the escalator from Park MGM to Aria. Name's been on the list, hopefully here for like 3 hours, and then maybe like Venetian for 3 before I go to the Harrah's monorail stop and give Sahara a shot. And after Aria, I'll tell you something creepy that happened to me on the elevator when I was leaving Rio earlier, if I remember. Because for you, it'll be like 5 seconds. For me, it'll be like 3 hours. All right, Aria to Beltram, time at the bottom. It's like 2:38 or something. Bad news is I'm already tired. Must be the canes. I don't know what else could be making me tired. Good news is my brain is still working. I remember I need to tell you something about the elevator at Rio. So I was going down the elevator, checking out of Rio, and it stops at the 3rd floor. I'm the only one in the elevator. The door opens, a guy gets on, and he looks at me, and in this slow, deep, creepy voice, he says, "Are you alone?" Clearly I'm the only one in the elevator. I mean, he could look and see that, so I don't know what he actually meant. I just kind of like moved my head a little bit and didn't say anything. And then when we got down to the lobby level, I like kept an eye on him to make sure he wasn't following me, which he wasn't. But that was weird, and that never happened to me before. If you want to know how to make veal parmesan, here it is.
The next stop is Bellagio.
All right, walking the back way through Bellagio, through the convention space. Today has potential to be the most rooms I ever played in one day. I think the record is 5, and it was February 20th last year. I remember last year on February 20th, I had played 4. I was bored wherever I was. The 4th stop, I was going to Bellagio, and I had such low hopes because, you know, it's Bellagio. I thought I'd play there for an hour, be bored out of my mind, and then go to a 6th place, but that never happened. There was this really fun Mongolian guy at the table, and Bellagio became my last stop. I played it for like 5 hours to end the night, so only got 5, and when I sit at Bellagio right now, it's gonna be about 3 p.m., and it's gonna be the 3rd room already. Definitely going to Sahara later, so there's potential to hit 6 tonight. All right, in a surprising turn of events, played more than 4 hours at Bell. It was actually fun. The guy on my right from California in town for a soccer tournament made the table very lively. He woke up friends Derek and Josh to his right. It was really fun for a while. Beginning was kind of slow, but got really fun. I think I'm at about 8.5 hours on the day, so more than halfway to 15 today. That's the plan, 15 today to 15 tomorrow. Small win at Bell. I think once I had queens, and every other hand I completely airballed, but managed to bluff my way out of it. So small win when you're picking up small pots like that. It's tough to have a huge win when you don't ever like win an all-in or win a big pot at Showdown. And as you look at my voucher drinks, I demolished the chocolate milks inside, of course. Here is the high roller wheel. I'm on the list at Sahara, that's why I'm on the monorail platform. heading to Sahara. Hopefully it's good till the monorail closes at 3 a.m. Done with Sahara, going up the monorail, going up the escalator to the monorail platform. I think I'm at 12.5 hours total on the day. Played over 4 here at Sahara. What time is it? Time at the bottom. I think it's like 1 o'clock or something. So the goal is 15 today, 15 tomorrow, but more than that would be amazing. So I wouldn't need to force 15 in a day tomorrow, but things are looking good so far. Winning session, there was a guy from Canada who went through quite a bit of money with some pretty weak hands. It was a fun table for a while, just kind of died down right now. I took the monorail the length of the monorail track from Sahara down to MGM. I'm gonna go drive to Bally's and probably finish in Bally's, possibly Bally's plus Caesar. So I'll see you in the Bally's parking garage. All right, in the Bally's parking garage, 1:45 a.m. Need at least 2.5 hours to hit 15, hopefully more. And let's do this because you guys are not facing outside. There it is. It's black. It's dark out. Maybe the sun will be coming up when I'm done playing. So I'll catch you after this session. This is going to be the last stop of the night. Oh, it's light out now. I just played a ton. Played 6 hours 1 minute at Bally's. Got to 18 hours 31 minutes on the first day. Only need 11 hours 29 minutes only. Still a long day, but only need that much day 2 to hit 30 hours in 2 days. That was a lot of fun. It's a shame Bally's used to be like that a ton. Now not as often, but it was really fun. We had some fun tables. We had Russell, he was on my left for a lot of the night. We had other guys at the table who were making it fun. We had a guy who showed up out of nowhere at like 4 a.m. to just use his laptop at the next table. There were, at the time he showed up, 16 tables not in use. He chose to set up his laptop at the table right next to us, and occasionally he was on the phone and he was saying some like really vulgar, like intense, explicit, racist things at times. It got to the point where the dealer like told the floor to like get him out of here. Not talking at any of us, but really unusual topic of conversation he was having with someone over the phone. That guy was there. It was entertaining though, and yeah, a lot of fun all day. I'm not even that tired. I'm gonna go get something to eat and just keep playing as long as I could. Eventually I'll get tired, and but I'm not right now. Games aren't amazing because it's just after 8 a.m. so I'm gonna eat now, and probably after that give Aria a shot late morning, probably something solid going on, and take it from there. Only need 11 hours 29 minutes in day 2 to complete the challenge. Started day 2. I got my New York Knicks shirt. Not that I care about basketball, but it's the playoffs. They're playing later. Got to support the team. Seinfeld line from Putty. First thing, I don't think I gave a shout out to a Skid from yesterday from Bally's. We were playing for a lot of the night. I played 6 hours at Bally's yesterday. He lives in California. He's Filipino. We spoke in Filipino, Spanish, and English. He's a singer and an artist. He really liked the fact that someone brought up that I make the videos, because he supports the art community heavily in all facets. And shout out to Skid. Kentucky Derby Day. It is the 6th. I think it's in about an hour and a half. I'm here in MGM. The plan is to play MGM. If it's great, I'd play it for 12 hours. But the plan is to play at least until like 7:30. That would be pretty good. And then give Sahara a shot. And then just take things from there. 11 hours and 29 minutes is what I need. Doesn't seem that tough after an 18-hour and 31-minute day. I gotta get inside. Change of plans already. It's like 3:05 or something. I'm in Bally's. Didn't love the looks of MGM. I'm gonna mix it up between Bally's, Caesars, and Bell if necessary from now to like 7:30. Then at 7:30 get to the monorail and check out Sahara. After Sahara, probably finish at MGM. My car is there and it's on the monorail stop, so it's a convenient and good strategy for the end of the night. Haven't played yet. 11 hours, 29 minutes necessary. All right, calling more audibles than Peyton Manning apparently. Gonna go back to MGM. I have reasons to play 9 hours this weekend at MGM, and I only played like an hour 40 yesterday. So I'm gonna go down to MGM. If it's great all night, awesome. If it's weak, I'll at least get like 2-3 hours before I head north That way is north on the monorail to Sahara. Right now I'm going south to MGM from the Bally's stop. Played like an hour 45 at Bally's. It wasn't amazing. Right around the start of the Kentucky Derby, actually, my table broke. And when breaking and moving to the new table, I totally missed the race. Really bad timing. I wasn't that into it, but I would have watched had I not been changing tables. So missed the race, and that's about it. Heading to MGM, and I'll see everyone down there and see how many hours I get. I think I only need like 10 minutes, 10 hours, 10 minutes, something like that to complete the challenge. Looking good. All right, a combination of week games, travel, and a little eating means I haven't played a lot today, but it's already pretty late. So it's after 10, I'm in Sahara, still need like 8.5 hours. I'm gonna take Sahara for everything it has and go from there. Never seen this many people trying to get onto the monorail. This is gonna be interesting. I don't know why no one's actually moving. No one's going through the turnstiles. No one's telling us why no one's going through the turnstiles. That security guard isn't telling us anything. That security guard is not telling us anything. Absolutely nothing. All right, in Bally's. It seemed like they were limiting how many people were on the platform at once because it was packed. So the train cars wouldn't be overloaded, but they weren't telling anybody. So we had no idea what was going on for a while. Anyway, made it. It was the most people ever on a monorail car. Made it to Bally's. Here I am. Shout out time before I forget. William was on my left at MGM briefly, and earlier Troy was on my left at Bally's. So nice to meet you guys, Troy and William. Sahara was very interesting though. So I got there was one table going. It was 8-handed. I sat, I filled it up. I made it 9-handed. Eventually another game started, and the floor told us he would guarantee us 8 players. It would be a must move. Our table was the main game, and if we lost one guy, we would play 8. If we lost 2 guys and got down to 7, he would move 1, make it 8. So eventually we lost 2 players, so we're supposed to get 1. So as the floor is moving a guy, as he's finishing playing his last hand, we lose another. So now we need 2 to come over. And this took a while, so we were just playing short-handed for a while. Not that the floor was doing anything wrong, but the time it was taking, the timing made it kind of seem like we weren't really getting anyone. So eventually we get the 2 players, but by then, one guy had gotten all in, lost, and left to play Baccarat, and another guy just left. So we got those 2 players, and one of the 2 played 3 hands and then left himself. So we were playing 5-handed. So there was a point where the other table had more players than us. While all this was happening, the floor said originally after an hour, both will be main games. So that hour hit, so we're not getting players anymore. We're both 2 main tables. No one's moving, no one's must moving, and the other game had more players than us, which really was annoying mostly for the guy who moved to our table and didn't leave. 2 guys moved, 1 guy left quickly, and the other guy was just in like a full good game, got moved to what should be a fuller game, and all of a sudden he's playing 5-handed in a weak game. So it sucked for him more than anybody else. Eventually we just drew. There were 3 seats on the other table and we had 5 players, and we drew, and I didn't get the seat. So here I am in Bally's. I think I still need 6 hours 44 minutes, so I'm gonna play Bally's at least until the monorail's about to close. Maybe right before it closes, take the monorail down to MGM, finish at MGM, my car is over there. So that's the plan right now. As always, subject to change. I could play for 45 minutes here, wind up in Bellagio, then Caesars, and then walk back to my car at MGM. I don't know. I call a lot of audibles. All right, so I wanted to just play Bally's until like 7:30 a.m. That would cover me for the challenge and qualifying for the free roll tomorrow morning, or in like 7 hours, I guess. No intention of playing the Sunday free roll at Bally's, but after yesterday, I got like half the hours. Well, that's not happening. We got down to 1 bad 5-handed game. There were only 2 seats. I said I'll go elsewhere, so I need to find a place that has 4.5 hours in it. The thing is, I can play beyond 6 a.m. My poker day is 6 a.m. to 6 a.m. I could sit at 5:58 and all the minutes until I cash out count for Saturday. But like, I can't go to Caesars, start playing right now, and it goes dark at 6:10. and then I go somewhere else. I can go somewhere else, keep playing, but it won't be Saturday's hours anymore. That would be Sunday's hours, and that wouldn't count for the 30 hours for the challenge. So I have to hope Caesars has a game until like 7:45. I still need like 4.5 hours, so we'll see. So MGM will probably have games going as late as I need it, but I was kind of annoyed at the timing of everything because our table broke down at like 3:01. If it broke down at like 2:45, I could have rushed, made it to the monorail before it closed, and gotten to MGM easily. I don't want to waste more time in transit. That's been the problem all day today. So Caesars is close. I hope I have a game till 7:30, and then when I complete the challenge, just walk back to my car at MGM. I don't care how long it takes. Okay, left Caesars. Challenge isn't happening. Still need like 4 hours. The first table broke instantly. The second table wasn't good. A game will probably go till 8, 8:10, whatever I would need to make it. The 30 hours, just don't feel like sitting there. Belle or Aria could go dark. MGM could go dark. Bally's might be soon. Just, I don't know. I'm awake enough, and there are games, at least for now, but just not feeling it anymore tonight. All right, it's like 5:30 a.m. Sunday, wrapping up the challenge. Here's every session, time, profit, and a little summary. The first stop, first day was MGM, played an hour 47, lost $15. Not much happened that early morning, elderly crowd, just not much went on, lost $15 in an hour 47. Very similar, next stop was Aria, 2 hours 14 minutes, lost $16. Trying to remember any interesting hands at Aria, nothing comes to mind, but pretty similar to MGM, just paid the blinds, basically nothing big either way, lost 16 over there. Bellagio, long session at Bellagio, played 4 hours 23 minutes. That was a very fun table. The guy who kept saying the Japanese horse was going to win the Derby, which that didn't happen, and Derek and Josh, who were friends, who really enjoyed that guy's company. The guy who said the thing about the Derby, made $29. Like I said, I had queens one hand and was looking to get called by worse. Didn't happen, everyone folded. And every other hand, I totally airballed the flop, but won at some point via a bluff. So made $29, a lot of small pots coming my way in 4 hours, 23 minutes. Sahara, I made 103 in 4 hours, 6 minutes. Roller coaster session at Sahara. Started off in the first orbit, I stacked a guy. Let me get you out of the wind for a second. Then there was a very large pot. You know, people weren't taking advantage of how much you could raise and get away with over there. I raised, a lot of raises were like $10, $12, sometimes 15. I raised 25, we went 5 ways to the flop. I bet 100 on the flop, got one caller, and there were like 14 turn cards I was not shoving out of the 47 that were left in the deck. One of them hit. We went check, check. Another scare card hit the river, we went check, check. As much as I hated those scare cards coming that killed the action, we got to showdown, and the guy really just like outthought himself and played a very strong flopped hand very poorly. And I think he just tried to do something fancy. It didn't work out with those scare cards. He was ahead on the flop is the point. So those cards actually saved me, and saved me from losing 300, because I was shoving my last 300 on the turn if a clean turn card came. So that got me to about even. I still lost 125 in the hand, and then won a few pots towards the end of the night, the end of my Sahara time. So I made 103 over at Sahara. And then Bally's was incredibly fun. Made 283 in 6 hours and 1 minute. The most interesting hand over there, I thought I was under the gun. I was the big blind, and this so rarely happens, where I don't know where the button, the small blind, the big blind is. I folded. When the guy on my right told me, no, you're the big, my cards were the only one in the muck pile. Not really a pile when they're only my cards, but my cards are identifiable. So I got my cards back, ended up winning the hand. So definitely, you know, if the next guy on my left folded quickly, and now there were 4 cards in the muck pile, I wasn't getting my cards back. So we realized that. Big thanks to the guy on my right from Michigan, and got my cards back, won that hand. And there was also a guy who just, I think he was just fed up. He played 6s very oddly. He just shoved a flop. I think it was 9-8 deuce, and he shoved the flop with 6s, and I had him beat by a ton. Very easy hand to play at that point. So that was a bit of a very nice hand that doesn't happen too often. So made 283 over at Bally's, and that ended day 1. Second day, played 3 hours 51 minutes at Bally's, lost $79. Bally's was my first stop and my 4th stop. So combined those are the numbers I had. I added them up after I left for the second time. Not a ton happened. I remember being -4 the first time around, and then I guess minus 75 the second time around. Just a lot of small pots, missing the flop terribly, and not having a way to bluff my way out of it. So lost $79 at Bally's. MGM was really annoying. 1 hour 28 minutes, lost 313. Overpair to overpair was the big one. Incredibly annoying, very frustrating when I play 18 hours the day before to make like 380 or something, and 300 of it is gone like instantly. But I don't have a problem with the way I played it, just very annoying outcome, and that was MGM. Sahara, not the same as it was the night before. Lost $9 in an hour 43, and I told you we kind of broke. We were the main table. There was a feeder table coming into us, and we still ended up 5-handed somehow, and we broke and didn't play much at Sahara day 2. And then Caesars made it 54 minutes before I just kind of got fed up, and it was unlikely I was getting to the end of the challenge, and made $12 though in the 54 minutes. First table broke very quickly, second table just wasn't that great, and just kind of not feeling like playing the other 4 hours. If I needed like another hour, I would have stuck it out. Probably wasn't making it another 4. So there you have it, all the hours, all the summaries, all the profits. I actually don't know the total hours and profits to the minute, to the dollar. Put that on the screen right now for you, but that does it. Unfortunately, a failed challenge. You know where it'll go on my YouTube page under the list of unsuccessful challenges. But it was fun to try. Got a lot of hours in, even though it was a failed challenge. Got way more hours than I usually get over a 2-day span. So that's that, and I'll see everyone tomorrow.